Hello and welcome to At Home with Mindy. Today we're going to make apple crumble. We will be needing the ingredients that I showed you on the thumbnail, which is around 6 to 8 apples, 100 grams of caster sugar, and then for the topping you will need 150 grams of plain flour, 100 grams of caster sugar, and 100 grams of butter. I've lost the cinnamon already. And we'll be needing a little bit of cinnamon as well. So we're just going to peel and core the apples and then put them straight into an oven proof dish. Just need to cut them into some nice sized chunks. This is a great way to use up eating apples where the skins have started going a little bit soft and the kids don't want to eat them. While you're doing the apples, you could preheat your oven to 200 degrees Celsius or 180 if you're on a fan oven, or gas mark 6 if you're using gas. And this will be put into the oven for about 30 minutes. This is the first time I'm making this for about 2 years since I made it last time. So let's hope I remember how to do it right. You could put more apples in if you want it nicely deep filled. But I've only got 8 apples that need using up, so most I can put in. Oh, and you're not seeing my hands at all, silly me. It doesn't really matter what brand of apples you use, because you're just using up ones before they get spoiled. It used to be cooking apples, but they're so expensive that I don't think anybody uses them now. You pay per pound and you get like 1 apple. And if you hear some weird noises, that's because I tried closing the door for the kitchen. The dogs have still walked in. And I don't know if you can see now, but I'm using literally an old mushroom box to put all the peelings in. And then I can transfer it to the bin without making too much mess. But this is a great way of using up things in your cupboard, trying to make something from nothing, because what with all these shops being empty of stuff, we've got to try and remember how to cook again and not just go straight for the freezer stuff in the shops. I would use a vegetable peeler, but I don't actually own one. So I can't. Hello. What are you doing? It's alright, my daughter's just come in the room, obviously on the raid for some snacks again. You just need at least a little thin layer across the bottom. Put one more and that should be enough. So once you're happy with the amount of apples you got, then you can get your 100 grams of caster sugar, and to that I'm going to add a teaspoon of cinnamon, and if you stir that around you should get nicely even covering of cinnamon between everybody. And then you can just literally sprinkle it over. And stir it around so the apples get nicely coated in some sugar. I like to add just about a dessert spoon of water, maybe two, just to help get it a bit juicy. And there's the apple mixture. And then in a bowl, you want to put 150 grams of plain flour and 100 grams of butter. And if you're lucky enough to have one of these pastry things, you just want to cut the butter into the flour . I've not actually used this before. It's supposed to help you cut the butter into it without getting your fingers all messy. I think you're supposed to try and push the butter through these bars, but not as easy as it looks when you see other people doing it. It's all just stuck in the bars. But once you've got it looking like breadcrumbs, that's when it's supposed to be ready. I'm pretty sure you can use margarine as well, because it's what my mum used to use when I was little. I don't think we ever had butter in the house. It doesn't have to be too fine, because obviously the butter is going to melt. All I'm managing to do is cover the worktop in flour. I would say that's close enough for what we need. Yeah, that should be plenty. And then you've got your 100 grams of caster sugar. It probably should be these brown sugar, because it'll give it a slightly better crunch, but I'm out of brown sugar and there's no baking goods in the shops now, so we're just going to literally stir it through. You don't want to blend it too well, you want it to actually sort of like not mix into the butter part. You just want to stir it so that they're equally sort of distributed. And then bring our apples back, and we can just literally, you just spoon it over. I think in America they call this an apple crisp. I'm not quite sure what the difference is. But like I said, I haven't made this for at least 2 years, so I'm trying to work off memory. I think I should have put more apple in. It doesn't seem a very even topping. You can stir in a few rolled oats if you want. But 2 of my children will be trying this for the first time because they turned their nose up before, being that it's fruit. But don't push it down too much because you want it to still be crumbly. And if you wanted it to extra cinnamon, you can. I'm literally going to be disgusting and do a pinch with my fingers just to give it a little bit of golden colour, brownish colour. And then that is actually done. We literally, all we've got to do now is put it in the oven at 200 Celsius or 180 if you've got a fan oven like me, or if you're using gas then it will be gas mark 6. So we'll put it in the oven and we'll come back in half an hour to see it. Thank you. Right, it's been half an hour and I've just taken it out because I had to move the camera because the camera's in front of the oven door. But as you can see, it's looking sort of nice and gooey around the edges, and I can't tip it enough to show you the underside. Just try putting my hands at a different angle. You can kind of see it's got a bit of juiciness to it. We'll just spoon some out to see. Right, so I've got a bowl. It's not too crispy, it's more sort of a very loose sponge. I might have to put it in a bit longer yet. But that's what the topping looks like. And if I put it upside down, you can see the apples are cooked. You've got a little bit of sauce around them. So hopefully the 20 and 21-year-old will actually try it. There should be enough here for 4 people. And I have to apologise because my daughter's told me off because I keep saying she's eating all the time. It's the first thing she's had since breakfast. It is nearly 5 o'clock now. So she only took 1 packet of crisps. Right, but I'm always saying she's eating because it's a vegetarian food I normally do. But she hasn't picked out or anything. She just missed out on lunchtime. But that is the apple crumble. And you can see that there is some juice running down into the bottom corner, so that's probably the 2 tablespoons of water I put in. So if you do try it, I'm pretty sure you can use margarine instead, but do enjoy it. A little bit of custard or some vanilla ice cream would be nice with it. I don't know what else you could put with it, but I should just have it plain. And I will see you next time when I can think of something to cook. Bye!